This is New York Nightly News with Chuck Scarborough, live on New York Nonstop.
Well, you may not have heard his name, but he is the official volunteer photographer of the Central Park Conservancy. His pictures of the park caught the eye of the folks at Madison Avenue's Works Gallery, who opened an exhibit of his work 10 days ago. And his photography career began in his 80s. Here with us is Edwin Bobrow2.
Hi.
Edwin, thank you very much for coming in. And just how did it happen? You took up photography in your 80s.
Well, I always took snapshots. Would travel around the world. I was fortunate. I was a consultant, and I always had some cameras with me. But my wife took ill about 6 years ago. She passed away 2 years ago. And she encouraged me to get to the park and take photographs because she liked what I was doing. And if it weren't for her encouragement and getting me out of the house, I wouldn't have fallen in love with taking photographs in Central Park.
And the photographs are staggeringly interesting. I've got to tell you, they're beautiful. We were talking a moment ago about the one behind you on the big screen.
Yes.
And I assumed that was a painting of some kind. You told me that is not. That is a photograph, and it has not been retouched in any way?
It has not been retouched. It is a photograph that was taken at Bethesda Fountain. The sun is what bleached the leaves so that it gave it that effect, and I was able to get that Japanese kind of subtlety in the photograph. And
how do you see that? How do you see that before you take the picture and you realize you've got something magical there that you can capture?
It's almost mystical. It calls to me. I was walking by the fountain and I got a glance at it and I said, "That's beautiful. I have to capture it." And I think the reason the photograph became what it was I became the object that I was photographing, and I had an emotional connection to it.
It sounds very Zen-like.
It's very Zen-like, yes. In when I take a photograph, it is Zen-like.
You become the photograph.
Yes.
What kind of a camera do you use now?
Right now, I use a Canon G10. My icon, it's gotten too heavy for me to carry as I've gotten older with all the equipment and all of that.
So you began with film, but you've gone digital.
I'm on digital, and I've always got my camera with me.
Oh, armed and ready.
Armed and ready.
For anything. What's the most important lesson you could give to people who enjoy photography about seizing the moment and taking a picture? What's the key lesson you have to learn about making a good photograph?
I think to take a good photograph, you have to really look at the object from many different angles and see which feeds you, which makes you feel special. Is it shooting low to high? Is it shooting down? Is it shooting at an angle? I think those are the things that do it for you. And when you make the connection, you'll feel it. You learn the most by looking at other people's photographs, looking at the real pros.
But we're certainly enjoying looking at yours. They are stunning photographs, and we also shouldn't let the moment pass without mentioning that you are the Central Park Santa Claus. It is typecasting, I must say.
Well, the beard grows, it gets fuller, and I've been doing that for almost 5 years now.
That's wonderful. Thanks for coming in, and good luck with the exhibit.
Oh, thank you very much.
You bet.
Really
stay put. We got you wired up there, so don't take off quite yet anyway. And last recap of the top stories coming your way. Stay with us.